Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival series. If you can believe it, we are already almost halfway through November, and as the holiday season approaches, I think it is time we get a little bit festive. Of course, we have all of our lush green plants and landscaping down here in the valley, but I think for the holiday season, it would be fun if we went up some of these mountains and started to work on a holiday village, sort of like a North Pole, I suppose. We have a lot of space up here that we can work with. Of course, for some reason, and I still haven't figured out why, something to do with their pathfinding, all of our animals that have at one point or another escaped our pins have found their way up here at the top of this mountain. Once we clear them away, this gives us a pretty good footprint to work on a North Pole, I guess. You know, we still kind of don't have an official name for the valley, we just call it the valley. I guess we will just call this the North Pole. I think that is very festive for us. So we are going to have all kinds of different fun festivities. We are going to have some stalls and some markets, maybe some reindeer stables, of course a large Christmas tree in the middle, and it is going to be very festive for us. But we are not going to start work on that until December. However, we need to get it ready, which includes building a path that goes all the way to the top of the mountain. Now, we are not going to do that gravel path all the way up here. In fact, that would be a little bit too steep to traverse and navigate. I think a staircase is a little better suited for getting up there. And of course, we still have our frogs. I think once we get all of our buildings into place, then we can situate those frogs as well and have a dedicated area for them. The other thing we will also consider and probably do is link a nether portal to the top. That will not be all that difficult. In fact, while we are over here, well, we actually need some firework rockets and we need some food, so we will travel back and get loaded up with everything. Also, I realized I forgot at the end of the last episode to place in the hay and the smokestacks, or the campfires. So now we have again that very large plume of smoke, just as we would if we had a building full of lava. So let's head back up to the top of the mountain, and again, the reason we are doing the nether portal up here is so that we don't have to spend our firework rockets every time we want to get to the top. We aren't going to go at the very top though, maybe about right here, which will put us at 1215 negative 566. When we will get our portal built, I'm sure a lot of these animals will probably wander through this portal. We will go ahead and light that. We will not travel through it yet. Let's head into the nether and see if we can link that up. It is a very high altitude. I think we will actually go up to the roof of the nether for this. It's going to be close enough to where we are. I mean, it's only going to be about 30 or 40 blocks away. So let's get up on here. We are looking for 152 and 71. So 152, 71. 71 is right here. 152 is going to be in this direction. And I'm hoping this isn't too close to our home portal. It's possible that that will be the case, and if it is, we will just have to get up to the mountain the old-fashioned way. But these should be linked up now. Let's see if this works. Alright, so far so good. And of course the other thing that we want to test is going back through our main portal. So let's go back down now. And we did generate on the roof. That is a great sign. As you can see, they are very close, almost right on top of each other. And as long as we don't spawn at the top of the mountain, alright, so all of our portals are linked up properly. That is a great sign for us. Now, whether it's actually faster to just fly up there or go through the nether and get up on the roof and go through that way, it's still convenient to have a portal up there, and there he goes. But that is not going to be our only way to get up there. We are going to have a couple other methods as well. One of them is going to be a bubble column elevator, and that will be inside the middle of the mountain and link up again at the top. We are going to start from the... Actually, we need to figure out what Y level we need to be at here. It looks like the main part of the valley right down here is anywhere between 95 or 94, 93, and 96. So we will head back up here and pick a spot sort of central. In fact, what I'm thinking is maybe we could just have this be sort of like a train station, but instead of trains, it is various modes of transportation. So we will dig a hole right here, all the way down to Y95. We will dig another one right here, down to Y95, and that will serve as our bubble column. Although I think we might do something a little bit more festive, maybe a combination of either red and white or red and green for the walls. So we are going to do a plus shape like this. That way we can do the walls as well. I'm not going to worry about bringing a beacon over here. We will just do this manually. We are at 168 and we are going down to 95. And we have made it all the way down to Y95. So we need to travel south right here, digging a tunnel out until we reach the plains. And it looks like we are going to be bridging over a small cavern right here. We will definitely do some kind of cool design involving this. And there we go, we have made it out of the tunnel there with a pretty full inventory. So again, that takes us all the way through to our column that we have built right here. This will be just one of them. Of course, we will have the one that goes down as well, and then this one which goes up. And again, the plus shape is so that we can do walls and not have just dirt and stone and various ores. It will look a little bit more refined and intentional. So we are going to do that same thing right here with that plus shape. And again, that will go all the way down to Y95. We will link up those tunnels and that will serve as a secondary entrance. And there we go, the second tower is now finished. We haven't quite done the tunnel yet. I guess we could work on that now, but we are also going to again line these walls with some festive colors. So let's go grab some wool. I thought about using concrete, but honestly, we have so much wool that I think that would be a better use of resources. So in here, we are going to need some green wool, we are going to need some red wool, and do we need white wool? Maybe, just in case we want to do some candy cane looks or something like that. So we will start down here from the bottom, and it is just going to alternate red and green. But I'm thinking we won't do every single block like this. I think that might get a little bit too busy. So what we will instead do is maybe 3 rows of red and then 3 rows of green. And of course we are going to leave this empty here at the bottom. We can even join that tunnel with that side for now. And of course we will have a door here at the bottom as well so we can get out. But this is how this is going to be, just alternating red and green, and we may do red and white for the next one over. But just like that, going all the way to the top. So I will see all of you back here pretty shortly. And there we go, that column is now finished. I would jump down there, but we do not have any water at the bottom, and that would probably be a lethal fall. So we are going to do this one more time. I think this time we will go for red and white just to mix things up, and again give ourselves a candy cane look. And there we go, we now have our candy cane column right there adjacent to our red and green column. So we now have 2 methods of transport for getting up here. Well, almost 2. We need to get some water put into place. So we will go ahead and close this off here at the top, and I put the green wool away, so we will just use the white right there again for now. And we will get a couple of doors into place up here, pour out our water. Now I think, do we have an infinite source in here? Yes we do, how convenient. So we will get a couple of buckets of water from there. We will pour those out right here. And it looks like that snow might be stopping the water from flowing all the way down the mountainside. So we have that going for us. And of course that will flow all the way to the base. So now we have some water flowing around in here. Let's get some dirt put down and we will place in our kelp. We will do one column at a time. We only have 50 kelp. I don't know if it's going to be nearly enough. I think we are going to be about 20 short, but we will place whatever we can right away. So we did get pretty close. We just need a few more to convert the rest of that water into source blocks. And there we go. So all of those water blocks are now source blocks. We will do the same thing on that side, and we will get a couple of doors placed in right up here. And we should just be able to replace this dirt block right here with our magma cube, and all of that kelp should come flowing down. Yes, there it is. So that is a good sign that our bubble column on this end is working. Let's get our spruce door as the rest of that kelp comes flowing down. We will get our spruce door placed right there. We will do one more door right here, and all of that water is now blocked off. So we need to place kelp on this side, and then we will get our soul sand placed down, and this will shoot us up to the top of the mountain in a very short period of time. And there we go. Alright, so that's 2 of those columns finished. Let's place in our 2 doors from these sides right there. Block that off. We can actually take this bubble column down. Of course, these aren't nearly as fast as the bubble columns that shoot us up, but it is a great method to get down the mountain quickly and safely. So we will step out from there, and again, we will place down our, well, I guess we are going up. We don't need the kelp down here anymore. So we will just place down our soul sand. All of that kelp will get shot up to the top, and as soon as we step in there, we will do the same. So here we go. And that is very quick. Not bad. So let's open up that door and step out, and hey, look at that. We get a nice sunset in the distance. So we have a nether portal, we have a bubble column. We need to set up a couple more different modes of travel to get up here though. One of these ideas comes from a suggestion I received during a live stream. We are going to build a elytra launch platform using wind charge and dispensers. Again, this is just going to be another method for us so that we can avoid using firework rockets every time we want to travel up there, because we will be using, well, not using a lot of firework rockets, we will be traveling up there a lot, and if we were using firework rockets, it would be a lot. Our redstone chest is over by the smelting, the power plant that we made in the last episode, so let's grab that. And of course, we will also need plenty of wind charge, which we do have. So again, this launch pad will be relatively close to the entrance, and this is all trial and error. I don't even know if we will be able to get all the way up to that height in one launch. We may have to have a couple of stops along the way, but that's okay if we do. It's just another fun method for getting up to the top. So I've actually not worked with anything like this in the past, so this is all going to be a little bit new. Let's make sure we don't have a thunderstorm. We do. We are gonna sleep this off. We all remember what happened to the trading hall the last time we had a thunderstorm, but no lightning. We are in the clear. So I believe if we just place a dispenser down, put wind charge inside of it, and activate that with a button, not on the front, on the top. When that gets shot, okay, I see. So if we were to place another block right here and it were to hit that, all right, there we go. Easy enough. And of course, we don't take any fall damage, I don't think, when we get launched up with the wind charge. Let's try a second dispenser now on top of that. Again, fill that with wind charge, and this time we will activate both of these at once. So let's hit that, and we get launched twice as high, again, still with no fall damage. So what I'm thinking is if we had 4 of these going all the way around, not facing up, although could we place one facing up? Just another thing to test out. No, that is just going to go right past us. So we will not have one on the bottom unless, what if we had maybe, and again, I'm just thinking out loud here, this is all trial and error. I have not worked with any launch mechanisms using wind charge. What if we had a slab on top of this? Would it hit that slab, but because it's hitting that block, also shoot us into the air? No. Is it empty? Is that why? No, there's wind charge in there. Maybe I'm just not standing directly where I need to be. It doesn't seem to be working. So, is that just gonna go up forever? I guess it is. So, that is not going to work for us. But if we have 8 dispensers in total going all the way around, then I think we could get ourselves a pretty effective launcher. So we have 4 right here. We have one in the redstone chest, but I want to leave that in there again as a template for when we go to restock. So we need 4 more dispensers. And there we go, 4 more of those, and we will place these down all facing into each other like this. Now the question is, and the thing I'm worried about, is these will hit us. I don't think these will actually do anything. If we take all of that wind charge out and just have it up here and activate this dispenser, that doesn't really do anything for us. So maybe if we have a slab right here, there we go, that did a little bit more. So I think that's what we want. The question now, of course, becomes, will this one still activate as per usual, the way it's supposed to? Let's go ahead and hit that. It doesn't seem like it does. Oh wait, no, there it goes. So sometimes it misses, sometimes it hits. I think we do need to be on the middle of the block, and that is where a composter is going to come into play. Again, that was part of the suggestion that I received using a composter. We just need to make sure that it doesn't block the bottom set of those dispensers. And I suppose a cauldron would probably also work for this, but we are going to stick with a composter. It's a little bit cheaper. So if we place that down right here, that has wind charge. No, it doesn't. That one does. And that one is empty. So all of those are empty, and that's empty. Those don't have a redstone source. If we get into this composter and we stand all the way forward, we still get launched. Alright, so there's not really anywhere that we could stand that would prevent us from being launched, and it still works on that first level. Now again, the question is, will these ones launch us? I simply don't think they will. Unless we had some kind of... I just want to test this one more time, just to be sure. Yeah, it doesn't really launch us. So what I'm maybe thinking is if we could get this delayed somehow, so that it launches us as soon as we get to that block. So a very, very short delay between these and these, so that they are all synced at the same time. So I think what we will try for now is just simply placing redstone going all the way around these dispensers. We will make sure each of these dispensers actually has wind charge in it. There we go. We will place that going all the way around. We will get the redstone connected. So that is all connected like that. If we have a button on top of this dispenser, will that activate the redstone? Yes. Is it activating those bottom dispensers? It should be, because we have redstone on that block. So if we remove the wind charge from that, yes, we are getting wind charge from there. Let's step into the composter here and see how we do. Hey, that's not bad. Now, of course, it doesn't get us anywhere close to the height of what we want up above. So let's try also filling this with wind charge as well. And if we place the button on the front here, then we can access it better. And you know what? That is going to work for us. That is just the height that we want. I was not expecting that to work at all. So there we go. We now have a launch pad, and that's so much fun, isn't it? I think we're gonna have to do that just one more time real quick, just to make sure that it really does work. Let's do it before that villager gets to us all the way up above the clouds, and we can gracefully fly and land in the soft blanket of snow right up here. We now have 3 methods of travel to get up here. The 4th will be a path, but I don't want to build that quite yet because we don't really know the layout of all of this stuff. But these different modes of transport allow us to traverse the mountain in different conditions. Of course, when it is clear and sunny, the launch pad works great, but if we have snowy, whiteout conditions, perhaps we will take the nether portal or the bubble column, as it might be a little bit safer for us. Of course, that's not actually the case, but again, it is fun to roleplay like that and give the valley a little bit more story. So with the frogs, we are going to end the episode right here for the day. I really hope you enjoyed it. We looked at some new wind charge mechanisms, and we dealt with bubble columns. I don't think we have dealt with those so far in the series either, which is a little bit surprising. Actually, I think we did do one. No, we used a ladder at our old zombie farm. But if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!